Welcome back to Central News. The Waikato and Bay of Plenty have had the privilege of a world-class Dale Carnegie workshop over the past 2 days. Tonight, Central News explores the Dale Carnegie philosophy, the workshops and the people involved. Regional VP and workshop facilitator Triana Newton joins me now. Triana, explain to us the focus of the workshops that you've done in Hamilton and Tauranga recently.
Well, the title was How to Win Friends and Influence People in a Digital Age. I think most people know Dale Carnegie for the How to Win Friends part. What we're trying to look at is how human interaction may change now that we have technology in the equation. So we were exploring that and some thought leadership in that area.
So how does the human relationship change with technology?
Well, I guess our perspective is it really doesn't. Sort of the needs and the things that people want to do and the way we need to connect it doesn't change, but can we use technology to that advantage? And when it's maybe virtual versus face-to-face, how can we manage those pieces?
Okay, so firstly, what are some of the negatives that can come out of using technology for our main source of communication?
We forget there's a human on the other end, so the emails become terse, the sound bites across social media, people seem to be a little bit more outrageous about the things they say, and forget that there's a human on the other end of that connection. So some of those can come off negative.
And what about the benefits? How can we positively influence the way?
Sorry to interrupt. The group this morning, I think, had a lot of great ideas around this. When they were really clear on building relationships, communicating more effectively, they found different ways to use social media to reach out to customers and stay in touch. They found different ways to use virtual meetings in order to have that visual input and still keep that personal connection. So lots of positives if we use technology to serve us.
And how does Dale Carnegie actually teach these ways?
Virtually, no. We do live, we do virtual. A lot of our work with companies obviously is in company and coaching with them over a period of time. We also do, in many cases, have to do online because they have clients and team members around the world. So we have both applications.
And what feedback do you get for each format? Is there one that's favoured?
I think people still love live and the ability to come together. I don't think we've lost that, and I think we will always seek that. Those who couldn't attend, and this is the best way for them to be able to connect to something like this and still get coaching, then they're pretty happy about the results as well. And companies love the immediacy of it, right? They can get this at any time.
Anytime, anywhere.
You bet.
So let's talk about social media. What relationships does social media promote?
We've probably seen negative versions and we've seen positive versions. I know in New Zealand you have somebody who will allow you to, they'll help you buy likes for your website. I think it allows us this opportunity to stay connected to customers or family or friends. It allows a more real-time connection. So we can see what's going on. I think it gives us insights to each other, so we're better able to sort of bond and build rapport. So if we use it positively, it can do all those things.
And how can businesses use it to benefit them?
Well, intimacy with their clients, getting feedback on new products, being able to communicate rollouts of new products. We actually used our Facebook throughout Asia to ask about what our theme was for the 100th anniversary that we're having this year. And we had clients involved in that. So it gives them a connection to our business ongoing. And I think companies are looking to do that, to stay connected and not lose touch with clients.
So talk about your experience and Dale Carnegie's experience with social media. How are you using it as a company?
Obviously, we have all the regular applications as an organization being out there on Facebook and LinkedIn. Our operations tend to use these to stay connected with their clients, to be able to get to know their clients even better through things like LinkedIn, and to keep clients in touch with what's happening, new strategies, thought leadership. And we do offer a lot of the people who've been through Dale Carnegie coaching ongoing resources through social media.
So what impact has it had on the business, really stepping up the social media presence?
Almost all the operations that are doing that have seen a really steep increase in their internet business. So, that's where people are coming to us and saying, hey, we want to work with you. And I think we're going to see more of that in the future. We're not unlike other companies who are seeing more clients coming to them via the internet. So social media has been a big part of that.
So speaking about the future, what does the future of communication look like for you?
Ooh, I think we're in a really interesting transition and change. I'm sure the technology we're talking about today is going to be totally different in 5 years. So I think the future of communication is remembering the human element, remembering that we still need to be able to get a message across the right way, and then looking at what technology is going to do to help us do that, and the speed in which it'll allow us to do that.
So there'll always be a place for face-to-face interaction then?
I don't think we're ever going to get rid of it. We're not turning it all into robots yet, so it's people.
And now what is a virtual team and how do you go about leading one?
Virtual team, actually a good example would be my team. So I'm the regional vice president. I have a support team that supports our operations. One is in Taiwan, one is in Thailand, one is in Korea, one is in Singapore, and I travel back and forth to the different offices. We could not work unless we did that virtual team environment. So we do virtual meetings, all of our updates are done virtually, we do virtual team building, all sorts of things that actually help us connect as a team. So some of the principles you'd use for regular teams, you just use, but use technology to accomplish those when you can't physically be together.
And now give us your top tips for businesses wanting to make a debut in the social media or online scene. How can they break into that?
Get professional help, probably to start with. You know, find some people that have been successful on that. Stick to one or two of the disciplines. Don't try and do everything. Don't immediately go Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, everything. Find a couple of disciplines you can really commit to and do them well. And benchmark. There's lots of benchmarking opportunities out there now. You can see what other enterprises have done in order to be successful. So,
slow and steady is the key then?
Somewhat, at the speed of technology, yeah.
Great. Now stay tuned after the break when Triana explains how to manage different generations in the digital age.